Oh, good morning. Happy coffee chat time. Mm. I'm going to give you a moment to grab your coffees. Let's hang out for a couple minutes. Let's check in on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Club. Please say hello or good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. I know we have a few people that check in from a different location. So let's do that. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Cheryl. How was your busy weekend? I hardly made it to the rodeo. Like at all. I think that 2 minutes you saw me there setting up on Thursday was it. Or Friday. I don't even know what day. Hope you're having a great Tuesday, my friends. We're just going to wait a couple more minutes for a few more people to join us for coffee this morning. So we will just drink coffee together. It might just be the three of us today, and that's all right. It's not about quantity. I'm always really bad with those words. It's about quality of us getting an opportunity to hang out today. So that's what this will be. Hi, Angie. So what I was thinking that we could connect about today for just a minute, I did this on Facebook earlier just with a post, and people have been responding to that. So I wanted to take a moment in Coffee Club to do this today. And what I wanted to do was have us share a joy moment together. So I want you to post in the comments something that has brought you joy. And the challenge is really, what are 3 things that have brought you joy today or recently? So post that in the comments, take a second if you can, and share what has brought you joy. And then I'm going to share mine with you. And I just find when we take a minute to share what's bringing us joy in our lives, it's sort of ripple effects back to other people in that you feel joy when the others are feeling joy. You know what I mean? So I want you to take a sec and put that into the comments. What 3 things have brought you joy today? Hi, Kelly. Good morning. So today's joy moment sharing day. And I just was kind of thinking about things that made me smile this morning. And I had 3 of them. So the challenge is to take a minute in the comments and post 3 things that have brought you joy today or recently, if you haven't had all 3 moments of joy as of yet this morning, which is fine. But if you can, share that in the comments. And then I'm going to share some joy that has happened in my life today because I posted it on Facebook earlier this morning, 3 things that brought me joy, which I'll share in a sec, and then encouraged people to share theirs. And people just going back and reading what other people have posted underneath that post of what has brought them joy today or of recent. 3 things is what you're going to share today. It really made me smile even more and made me feel even more excited and happy. So I wanted to share that, not only in just sharing joy, but when we share each other's joy, it is really fun. Before we get to that, as I'm waiting for you to post, don't forget it's Smile Cookie Week at Tim Hortons. This is a big week in the Seeley house. I was talking about this yesterday because for whatever reason, as soon as they put this 2 eyes and a smile onto a cookie, all of a sudden this cookie transforms into something even more like joyful and amazing. And my son is just, he's always so ecstatic for Smile Cookie Week. What's really awesome about what happens with Smile Cookie Week, what Tim Hortons does, is they're a company that's just really great at giving back. And I love our local Tim Hortons in High River, where I live, because they are just extremely awesome community people. And Smile Cookie Week, the proceeds go back to help local charities. I think more so, Smile Cookie Week's focus, I know what happens here, is it goes to neonatal care. So it's an opportunity to help the little bundles of joy that come into our world that need a little extra care and love. So you can have cookies any time of the day this week, and they are guilt-free because they have the smile on them. And you know how hard it has been for me to keep this cookie and not eat it all morning just so I could hold it up to show it to you in this video today. It's been torturous a little bit, I'm not going to lie. So in our house during Smile Cookie Week, cast your judgments aside, we get to have a smile cookie for breakfast on the way to school every day. Every day. That's just what we do this week. And you can judge all you want. Or not, because I don't care. What I care about is that we have this really cool moment every single day driving to school where we share something joyful, something we're in gratitude for, something fun, and have great conversation around it, and get to have those mornings where you get to break the rules a little bit and bend them a little bit and eat something that you wouldn't normally get to eat for breakfast. It's a fun week. It's a fun week. So grab your smile cookies. They're only $1, and the full proceeds go to charity. Full, not a part of it, the entire dollar from every cookie. And what is also, people may not know, is I've had the opportunity in the past with the High River Timmies to help them out during Smile Cookie Week. And they put the smiles on every single cookie by hand. Every day. Hundreds of thousands of cookies. So not everybody smile. Like, I don't know, whoever's been doing it in High River this week, yesterday and today, both my cookies have had picture perfect smiles. But what I think is really fun is I hope more people will share pictures of their smile cookies, because when they're being done by hand, they're not always beautifully crafted. And that icing, when it's not at the perfect temperature, honest to goodness, it is actually really difficult to get it out of the things that they use to put the smiles on the cookies. I've done it. I know. So share pictures of your smile cookies, because I love seeing the ones where maybe the smile's a little crooked or the eyes are a little squishy or whatever that looks like. It's always a riot. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. So today we're sharing 3 things that have brought us joy today or of recent, in case you're like just waking up or something and not all the joy things have hit you in this day. My 3 joy things for today are: 1, that drive I have in the car in the morning to take my son to school. That is such joy. We have so much fun in that period of driving to school. I am so grateful, and it brings me such joy. We sing to crazy songs. We partake in conversations with different radio hosts that we're listening to, and it's just fun. It brings me joy. The second thing to bring me joy today was on the drive back home from dropping off school, is one of the stations in Calgary, Virgin Radio, I think it's 98.5, does an 8 a.m. dance party. Now, this is a riot because they play whatever songs. And today's was actually kind of an interesting one. It might be a cool idea for those of you who are doing a bit of homeschooling or the online learning and you need an activity at home, that this could be a fun one where you could do, it would be learning and activity together. And so whatever song they played, whatever the last letter of the name of the artist was, had to be the first letter of the next artist's song. Do you know what I mean? So they were, if it ended in C, I can't remember what it was. I think they played the Cardi B. So then they played the B-52s. So then they played Tupac, and then they played something else. There was a Tim McGraw song in there. There was Wham in there. There was it was just this, they do this 15-minute dance party. That was a riot. That brought me joy today. Today's list was, it was fun. I had it cranked on the way home. And the third thing to bring me joy is a tongue-in-cheek joy thing, in that I got to watch the clip of Carol Baskin in Dancing with the Stars last night. My word, of course, because it would have been 1,000 times disappointing. So of course, she danced to Eye of the Tiger. Her skill set is not in dancing by any means. It was a riot to watch. I think the clip, I posted it on Facebook, is 1.5 minutes, and she's in full like tiger print. Her dance partner's in tiger pants. The whole debacle about it was outrageously hilarious, and it made me laugh. And I have a friend who we watched some of the Tiger King series together, and I love I love their take on this show, and they make me laugh. And so my friend and I connected this morning to have a chat about the clip of that show, and it brought me joy. It did. I don't think Carol Baskin herself brings me joy, but that little clip, 100%. And then there's, of course, all the talk today on the controversy of that, the commercial that was bought and purchased by the family of her missing ex-husband to want to know what happened to him. And they've put up a $100,000 reward. Did you see this? And so then there was lots of talk about if the TV company should have allowed that ad to air, and was there ethics behind that, and blah, 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 blah. Drama, right? Such drama. I don't know. So what's your 3 things that is bringing you joy? Cheryl says, spending time with my mom, going to rodeos again, and being able to socialize a little bit more are the 3 things that have brought her joy of recent. What are yours? I've shared mine. Cheryl's shared hers. Now it's your turn. Post in the comments, what are those 3 things that have brought you joy either today or recently? What has been something that has brought you some joy? Sharing in that is going to help share joy with each other. So if you catch this video later and you're not joining us live, you can still put your comments in and keep that conversation going for what has brought you joy. Please do so. We would love to hear from you. I love hearing. My friend Darlene posted what brought her joy today, and then she shared pictures of it, which was so fun. So if you want to do that too, you 100% can. It's up to you to share however that looks. If you don't want to share it publicly, but you want to send me a DM, I would also appreciate that so very much. I'm here to hear about the things that have brought you joy. There's 3 things. I know they're there if you think about it for a moment. And then the flip side to that, just for a sec, is if you can't think of 3 things that have brought you joy today or of recent, how come? Are you okay? Do you need a mindset shift? Do you need some help? Do you need some support? Do you need some love? What does that look like for you? And then maybe you just want to deep dive a little bit more into, are you overthinking the little things that bring you joy? You know, joy doesn't have to be this overwhelming, body encompassing, radiating rainbows out of your body experience. Joy can be a smile. Joy can be a thought. Joy can be something that just made you pause for a moment, something that made you appreciate. But we have to choose it every single day. We have to choose to find the joy. Angie shares things that bring her joy: the Special Olympics, doing her local weather forecast online, and her family and friends are bringing her joy. Special Olympics not happening right now, but when you think about Special Olympics, Angie, I know you get that smile on your face. So thank you for sharing that. Kelly's having a tough day today, finding out that a neighbor of 20 years passed away on the weekend. And that's hard, right? But if you think for a second, Kelly, if I can probe you on this a little bit, if you're okay with it, would you share something about that neighbor that would bring you joy? Did they have a joke they told, or flowers, or something. Was there something that that person being your neighbor for 20 years that brought you joy? I would love you to share that if you would feel inclined to do so, because I know there's something, right? The people around us in our lives bring us joy in different little packages sometimes. It always looks really, really different. And I think it would be cool and to honor this incredible neighbor and friend of yours if we share something that brought you joy about them. That's another great way of sharing a memory. And once in a while, right, it even comes up. Facebook's good at that, in bringing Facebook memories, right? Where you're like, oh yeah, either you forgot about that, or it's pictures of you or your kids when you were so much younger, so much younger. And you're like, oh yeah, little things. So he was always the best, and told great stories, loved, and was so loved within the community. Sorry, I'm not reading that well. It almost feels like Monday on a Tuesday, but great stories, right? I love it when you meet people who are great at telling stories and share community like that. It's always so fantastic. Thank you, Kelly, for sharing that with us today. It's hard when you're feeling sadness to also shift to feel joy at the same time. It's not always easy. 100%. I get that. What else is on your mind today? Knowing he's no longer suffering. Yeah. It's hard. That's the catch thing of losing people, right? Is that, especially if they were someone who was suffering or in pain, or you just know the letting go was an incredible piece for them, but really hard for those of us left behind. It's difficult. And I just, yeah. You think about the people that get brought into your lives. I love that. I think I shared it back on whatever day that was. I'm trying to think now. I can't think of the name of it, but I shared a quote from Mother Teresa of that, some people are brought into our lives as blessings, and some people are brought into our lives as lessons. And lessons, I think, doesn't always mean something negative. Like it's like someone was brought into our life to teach you a lesson. Lessons can also be incredibly joyful and positive and uplifting. And a lesson in being connected in your community, a lesson in passing along stories, a blessing in having a great neighbor. Yeah. So our time has almost come to a close, my friends. I, as always, love to just pop in real quick and we have coffee together. If you're catching this video later and not live, you are still an incredible part of Virtual Coffee Club, and feel free to continue to comment in there. Share your 3 things of joy. Share your smile cookie pictures. Whatever you feel on your heart today would be fantastic. And thank you, as always, for taking time to connect with us for Virtual Coffee Club. We won't be connecting tomorrow morning, but we will be back on Thursday morning at 10 a.m. So feel free to mark that down. I'll try to put out an advanced little notice so you can click the get notifications on it so you know when we go live. And I'm looking forward to continuing our coffee chat on Thursday morning. So have an incredible rest of your Tuesday. Please know that you are so important in this world. We're so grateful to have you. And joy is a choice. So what are those 3 things that have brought you joy that you've chosen to highlight today? Share those in the comments, and we will talk to you on Thursday morning.